While we know about Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose and the Azad Hind Fauj, how much do we know about the man who actually built the Indian National Army up? The other Bose, Rash Behari Bose, a man who organized a bomb attack on the British Viceroy Lord Hardinge in broad daylight, coordinated a Pan-Indian military mutiny during World War I on the lines of 1857, and built the Indian independence movement from abroad in Japan. Today, on May 25th, we remember the Jayanti of Rash Behari Bose, the master strategist who laid the actual groundwork for the final armed assault against the British Empire. Born on May 25th, 1886, in a small village called Subaldaha in the Bardhaman district of Bengal, he was deeply inspired by the ideals of the French Revolution, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee's Anand Mat, and the speeches of Swami Vivekananda and Surendranath Banerjee. He joined at the Forest Research Institute in Dehradun as a clerk, but behind this it was actually a front to lead the revolution, as he got in touch with the revolutionary networks in UP and Bengal, acting as an interface with them and also executing the plans for bomb manufacturing. He effectively became the central link connecting the revolutionaries of Bengal, the United Provinces and Punjab, as he prepared for a major strike. In 1911, the British government decided to change the capital from Kolkata to Delhi, politically motivated against the rising tide of nationalism in Bengal. The revolutionaries decided to strike by assassinating then as Viceroy Lord Hardinge and hatched the plan in 1912. Rash Behari was the mastermind behind it. And on December 23rd, 1912, a bomb was hurled at Hardinge. While the Mahout was killed in the attack, the bomb narrowly missed its target. A massive manhunt and crackdown was launched, in which Basant Kumar Biswas, who threw the bomb, was captured, convicted and executed. Rash Behari, however, managed to evade the British intelligence, attended to his job, even condemned the assassination along with others to avoid any suspicion. When the First World War broke out in 1914, he saw a historic window of opportunity as the British Army in India was depleted. Working closely with Sachin Sanyal and the incoming revolutionaries of the Ghadar Party from America, he planned a massive coordinated mutiny within the Indian Army units stationed across North India. The date was set for February 21st, 1915, as he travelled to Lahore to personally oversee the rebellion. But betrayal by an internal informant saw the British cracking down swiftly, executing and arresting dozens of soldiers and revolutionaries. Realizing that staying in India meant certain death and imprisonment and that fight needed an external front, he made a strategic decision to leave India for Japan. Assuming the pseudonym of P.N. Tagore, a distant relative of Rabindranath Tagore, he boarded a vessel and slipped away to Japan via Shanghai. And arriving in Tokyo, he found himself in immediate danger as the British government constantly pressurized Japan to deport him. He went into deep hiding, moving horses constantly, and that is when he found the ally among the Japanese Pan-Asianists, including the influential figure Misuro Toyama. Toyama arranged for Bose to be sheltered by Aizo and Kota Soma, the owners of the famous Nakamura bakery in Tokyo. For months, Bose lived in a hidden studio behind the bakery, and soon he fell in love with their daughter Toshiko and eventually married her. It not only saved him from deportation but deeply rooted him into Japanese society, and he mastered the Japanese language in a matter of months, wrote books explaining India's plight to the Japanese public, and also introduced authentic India curry to Japan called as the famous Nakamura curry. The Second World War intensified. Rash Behari Bose began to intensify his groundwork in building up an independence movement for India. In March 1942, he convened the Tokyo Conference, followed by the Bangkok Conference, where the Indian Independence League was formally established. He worked hard to organize Indian prisoners of war captured by Japan during the fall of Singapore into a fighting force, which laid the structural and administrative foundation for what would become the Indian National Army of the Azad Hind Fauj. But with his failing health, he knew that the movement needed a younger, dynamic leader, and that is when he handed over the leadership of the Indian Independence League and the INA to Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose in July 1943, stepping back into the advisory role and watching his life dream of a massive armed assault on the British finally takes shape. Rash Behari Bose spent his last days in Tokyo listening to radio progress of the Fauj, hoping to hear the news of liberation of his beloved motherland. However, on Jan 21st, 1945, he passed away and was cremated with Buddhist rites. His ashes were brought to India in 1959 by his daughter Tetsu Higuchi. He did not live long to see India liberated, but the Indian National Army that he founded and built would play its role in the freedom of India. On his days, as we celebrate his Jayanti, please do like, share this video and subscribe to our channel and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Jai Hind.